everybody, this is Adam with Got to Thrift. This is my first review, and what I'm going to be doing today is I'm just going to be going over one of my hunting trips to the thrift stores in the local area and showing you what I've got and how much I estimate to make and how much I've spent. So first thing that I've got is actually right here. I actually found it kind of unique. Usually it varies on what I buy. I'll buy toys, I'll buy electronics, whatever I think I can make money on. But this week, one thing that I found was this figure right here. This is an Iron Man Mark I action figure. Now the thing that caught my attention was just the detail on it. It's very detailed. Also the height was different. Usually the height is about 4 inches or so on these Marvel figures, but this one's about 6 inches tall. So because of that, I went ahead and picked it up. Pretty cool figure. I think for this one I spent maybe about a quarter on this figure, so not a bad purchase. Next thing that I bought was actually this helmet. This is pretty cool. This is an Aaron Rock Petzl helmet. It's used for rock climbing and caving, so it's pretty neat. It was in pretty good shape, just a little bit dirty. Cleaned it up a little bit. But for this as well, I spent about 50 cents. And hopefully I'll make a good return back on that. At the end, I'll kind of go back and say what I plan to make. The next thing I bought was actually kind of cool, I thought. It was a Garmin GPS 12. It's a handheld model. Now, I didn't know this at the time. I just thought it was an old GPS. But it's actually waterproof, and it's a pretty good deal. But if you check it out, the screen's bright. It's really, really nice. And works really well. For this, I spent 50 cents as well. What I did is I just got it functioning and everything, made sure that there's no corrosion in the battery tray. It was a great deal. Went ahead and got that purchased as well. Now, my last and favorite thing that I got on this hunt was actually some old vintage Hot Wheels track. It's pretty neat. Me and my dad used to play with this stuff when I was a kid, so it was a lot of fun to be able to see it and to get it. If you look right here, I've actually got it all bundled up because it just gets all over the place. This is actually a vintage Hot Wheel orange track from the 1970s. Also, we've got the clip right here, which can mount to the mantle, and a few of these tabs. I've actually got 10 of these 12 pieces of track. This C-clamp right here, which can go on the mantle. You can also have the drag races, so it's got the 2 little spots there, or it's got the one if you want to do the loop or a jump or something cool like that. Got that. Now I got a bunch of these Sizzler turns. These are the double lane turns, and if you notice, I've got 2 of them. They are complete. Not missing any pieces on this side. I did get the other sides as well. See right here, we've got another 2 of these Sizzler tracks. But if you notice, one thing I did notice is there was some cracking. There's actually a chip up here at the top and a crack in the plastic right there. So those are a couple things that I always keep in mind as I look for cool stuff. And then I've got 2 of these as well. Now these are the Sizzler connectors that go in between those double tracks, so you can extend it a little bit wider, which is nice. Both of these were in pretty decent shape. A little bit of, you can see that they've got some wear on the side, but no cracking or anything like that, so that's good. Alright. Some more Sizzler parts from the Hot Wheels era from 1970. I believe that's the date. Let me check. Yeah, 1970. Now these are the cross pieces. Now these are actually pretty rare. I don't know why, but I didn't even know at the time when I picked them up that they were rare. But these are actually pretty cool. What they do is they go with that double track, and then they run down the middle, and they try to avoid each other in the crash in the center. Well, overall, they're both in really good shape. A little bit of tape on the track itself, but that's not hard to do. People can peel that off or whatnot. One error that we had is a chip in the plastic. That's one thing you'll find with a lot of this old 1970s track and turns and stuff, is you got to just be careful of the plastic because it's really, really brittle. So, but overall, cool pieces. And then just a few other things that I got. A couple turns. A trap door piece, which I thought was neat. I didn't even know that existed. I actually had to ask my dad what it was, and he's the one who told me. So this is a trap door. Apparently it goes over the top, and I think that there's a door that drops down. However, if you notice, the door is missing. Also from the 70s as well. A few turn pieces. A full 180 turn. and a couple 90-degree turns. And then a couple of these stands as well. Pretty neat. So overall, I got all that stuff, and I spent about, I want to say, I think it was about $10 on all that track. So what I'll do is, now that I've told you what I got this week on my first review that I done the haul, from this haul I spent $11 on the track. Well, roughly about $10, $11. I don't know exact figures. And I plan to make about $100 on return on that. So we'll see, keep our fingers crossed, but we should be making that much. And I'm pretty confident we will. Now we'll go back to the GPS. Now this, like I said, I picked it up for 50 cents. I plan on making about $75 for this. And I'm pretty confident that that's what I'll make. Next thing that I had here was the Aaron Rock Petzl helmet that I spent 50 cents on. Like I said, it's in great shape. Just needed a little bit of cleaning. It does have a couple scuff marks on it. But overall, not a bad option to purchase. I bought it for 50 cents, and I'll probably make about $50 on it. Last but not least was my action figure that I think I spent like a dime on or something like that, but really cheap, 25 cents, something like that. Now this Mark I action figure I spent that much money on, and I plan on making probably about $8 for. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. I'm not 100% sure on this one. I took kind of a gamble on it, but it was an interesting size. It was very intricate in detail, but we'll see how we do. So you guys, this is my first video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully I plan to be doing more of these in the future as I go thrifting throughout the area. If you guys have any tips or tricks for me, because I am kind of new at this, please feel free to let me know. Thank you guys, and have a good time thrifting.